Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry about pausing it a minute ago. I forgot that I'd paused it when I was doing this part right here of um, closing up the end here. So we're gonna jump back in and pretend as if I had already done that. Just close it all up, put a loop in, got our shape here. Now, I don't think I went over modeling this, so we're going to delete that. We're going to make this little thing right here. So we're going to just UV sphere, T panel, lower it to 12. I mean, you could also press like F6 and change it there. I never think of that. Blender, there's like 800 ways to skin the same cat. There we go. We're just going to scale it down to fit there. We're going to select this invert, Control plus, 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 delete to there, EX, scale it in, Shift E, EX, -1, Shift E, 1, EX, S. I'm just scaling it and making it fit this shape. EX. Maybe down like that. And EYX. I think what would be a fun project is, all of us come together. Everybody's watching this. We all come together and make something. Everybody builds one asset, turn it into a big animation. Because my biggest limitation is actually my computer. Um, I could show you all some things that would kill this thing in a matter of seconds and make it completely unresponsive. That would be pretty amazing. I'm gonna Shift D, scale this down, pull it back a little. Actually, EX, S. I'm just scaling it and making like these little shapes. I mean, that's pretty much what I made. And I'm hitting smooth. Alright, now I'm just putting it down into the gun. And I think that gives it a lot more character. Alright, now right here, there's this little piece. Let's go ahead and put that in. We'll add and I just am in edit mode of that first, SX0. S, Z, Control R, add a loop, escape, let's say we want it over everything. Alright, I accidentally triangulated a couple, SX0. We'll just drag that down right here, and we're trying to create some like custom geometry in here, so there's going to be a lot of interesting things happening here. Not really. This is going to be simple work. In fact, and I like this song, this plan. Alright, now this part right here, we don't want to lose this curved shape. So let me show you all a trick that I would use for this. Let's see, can I do it? Am I going to be able to pull this off? I'm going to go into box select mode and Shift D, P, Z. Now I got this piece right here. Now we're gonna have to change this to wire view and maybe not X-ray, but we're gonna call this Proxy Barrel. Now if you don't know how to rename an object just by clicking an outline, you just hold Control and click it. Handy. Proxy Barrel. Now we're going to select this right here, circle. We're going to unselect that and we're going to press Control G and make it a group. Now we're going to select this right here and we're going to choose, we're going to add a modifier, so if we don't have enough already, and make it say shrink wrap. We're going to shrink wrap it to PR Proxy Barrel. And I don't need it to wrap to itself. Here we go. Shrink wrap PR. Wait, I named my real barrel Proxy Barrel? No, real barrel. Alright, now this one is real barrel, not, because it's not the real barrel. Alright, now let's shrink wrap this to be of real barrel not. Then if we select alright, so I'm gonna select these verts right here. Maybe middle select these and choose Control G, make group. Now we're gonna make that group the ones that are shrink wrapped. Maybe keep above surface, offset, no. Alright, now this not real barrel, we're gonna go ahead and hide it. And now if we make it viewable during edit mode, it doesn't even show that it's it'll fit to its shape no matter what happens. And that is crucial because we are about to start butchering. God dang it, Bobby. Alright, I need to go back to before I added all this crap. Alright, am I getting crazy with this or what? Let's delete this proxy barrel and let's do this the old-fashioned way. That is for another day. Blender just is not on that level yet with me. But basically, it's shrink wrapping is very handy for what I was trying to do, but did not do for Social Security reasons. Alright, losing my ability here. Now box select, unselect that. EZ, wait, EY, yeah, Y, not Z. 1, 2, 3, 4. F, close that. And any kind of distortions we'll be able to fix down the road if we need to. But we do need to put this little shape in here. Even though I'm wondering if it's worth the effort. EY. EY. Alright, you know, one thing that really helped my modeling skills is I came across this thread one time called, oh man, I don't remember anymore. But it was a legendary thread, right? Like, it was about all this subdivision modeling. It's on, they talk about it all the time on Blender Artist too, but it's basically about, like, the, I don't know, I guess the psychology of laying down geometry. Like, it's supposed to be a certain way, you know. Like, there's all these different types of loops you can make, but while modeling like C loops and E loops to, you know, basically redirect your edge flow. I think it was called, I think it was called the edge or something. Yeah, like something crazy. But it was phenomenal. The things that they talked about still stick with me to now. But I'm slowly learning it. Something that you pick up after you just keep modeling. The more you model, the more it makes sense too. Like, you get way better the longer you stick with it. It's just the thing with Blender. You know, a lot of people hate on Blender and its interface. You know, I like it. It's so difficult sometimes. Like, this is the most unstable program I've ever used. I don't think I would have used such an unstable version of any other software. I don't care what it did. Like, when I started learning this, I was actually learning it for paper vision. And I am no longer programming in AS3, but it was amazing when I was first reading about it. Like, it was talking about important, like collada geometry into a web interactive environment and be able to use it like in web applets. And that is the reason I'm learning Blender. Like, I think everybody has a reason, you know. Like, everybody wants to probably make a movie, you know. Like, everybody wants to like make like their story. Everybody has a story, and that's like the goal of every artist, is to just tell their story using the software and be able to wow friends and family. But, you know, eventually their dreams are limited by your computer power, you know. But not for me. It's not gonna stop me. Like, this computer right here, I would punch it. I would punch it in the face if I could. I swear. But I can't. Because my computer will not take a punch like a man. Instead, it will handle it like a girl. So, none of you artists out there, don't be punching your PCs, because it just doesn't fix any problems. In fact, if anything, it would have messed up PC and more problems. Now, how would you end all of this in quads, right? Like, it's like some kind of mystery. 2, 3, 4. The secret is you don't. Doesn't matter, because that's all this is. And I could have done this through like way better geometry, but for some reason I chose to do it all sloppy. Well, not chose, opted to. I got caught for a while on that barrel. Don't want to be getting stuck on stupid stuff. I want this thing to be done now. It's like the goal of every tutorial to end it. Like I feel bad about the rig play. So if y'all follow along with this one, the animation this gun will be introduced in will be pretty good. And seeing that so many people commented so fast prompted me to start uploading videos more, so keep it up. Alright, now we got our little trench. Cursor selected. 7, Shift A, circle. We're going to lower that down to maybe 6, maybe 8. Alright, EX. 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 Scale. EX. Scale. And we'll hit smooth. And that's already. This is starting to turn out to be a pretty interesting Magnum. Like, I didn't even work this hard on my first model. In fact, I can show you my first one. First one doesn't stand a chance to this. We're going to H hide. And now we're going to do a little geometry tooling. We want those little notches, right? But it appears we're way out of range. So we're going to choose subdivide. Because might as well make it worse on ourselves. Alright, we're just going to make him some stars. EX. Shift E. 1. EX. EX. Shift E. -1. EX. Alright, to sphere. That's the easiest way to do it. I try to remember a shortcut, just can't. W, merge. So yeah, we pretty much, it's whatever that. But it doesn't matter. We can go in and put some bars we want subdivided, made it look better, but chose not to. I chose not to. You can make it as good as you like. Make it the ultimate gun, but, if you're looking that close at a gun, you need more in your scene. This is a gun. It's an object. No, there's a bunch of screws and stuff. We should skip that. Haha. If we skipped it, it would take away all that we're working towards. So, we gotta do it. Vertex, Z. We're gonna delete half. It's always good to reduce your spheres and all that stuff, like, whenever you get it. Don't use your 32 that you're allotted. End up super heavy fast. Like, I look at all the stuff I made in the first year. Some of it actually looks pretty impressive. Like, my robot I made last year is like my pride and joy, but this year I swore I would not do anything from last year unless I redid it. So I gotta like redo my zombie, my dinosaur, like all that stuff. Alright. And I think that adds a little credibility to the look. Now we're gonna save it. How much time we got? 19 minutes. It says system updates are available for my computer. Apple's always got some updates. Wish Sony had some damn updates. Alright, Alt selected these, selected a whole line, pressed P, killed selection, meaning kill it, separate it. And now I'm just gonna make the handle here. Now I've noticed there's a shape here Let's try to get that shape. See, the thing is modeling is easy. Like, you just gotta understand the verts. You gotta speak with the verts and live with the verts. And unfortunately, that curse will cause you to see verts everywhere. You'll be breaking down everything into pixels and just be trying to figure out how it's modeled. You'll be looking at the material properties of flowers outside. No, I'm not a damn botanist, but I need to see if this is Fresnel or Minaret. You know, a little blender humor there. Alright, whatever. So yeah, we're going to try to get the shape of this handle. Alright. Now, I told y'all this is not like some like how to model a Magnum tutorial. Like, this isn't. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna call it how to model a Magnum. I haven't even named them yet. Like, I'm gonna put these up tonight, hopefully. Well, look at my clock, it's 8:48. You look at my heat level, it says not tonight. You'll notice that when that heat level maxes out, this video will suddenly end. And so will me using this damn computer. I will be mad. I will be playing Xbox and Fury on boring ass Halo Reach. And see, I just scaled it on the X and creased it a little bit. Creasing does some great things to the appearance of your model and the ways you can control your geometry with it. See, I'm just extruding these out. Now I'm gonna start trying to get this shape of the underneath. Send it in to Andrew Price for focus critique. Then get mad at him. No, I'm kidding. I wish he'd feature my stuff though. Be like, give me a rating or tell me some tips. You know, Blender Cooking, they got some of the greatest tutorials on the net. That's the secret to being good at Blender. You gotta pay. You gotta buy the tutorials. The ones that cost money are like, wow. Don't try to pirate them. Just buy them. They're the same people you know and love. Like, I'm a big fan of the CMI VFX tutorials. Like, I plan on buying them all. Too bad they're like $50 a pop. Like, they need a special program or something. Damn, economy's crashing here in America. Been all expensive. And I'm gonna just pull those down a little bit. But not that one. That one will easily be lost in that mirror if we let it get down too low. But you know who's my favorite tutorial person is besides Jonathan Williamson is David Ward. David Ward is my favorite. He keeps it funny, interesting. I shouldn't be advertising other people's tutorials while you're watching one, huh? Well, it's not like competitive sport. We're all out to give back to the community. I think after this, I'm gonna do stuff about human head modeling. Like, I remember I was reading in a Blender book. They were like, "Don't model humans. It's a suicide mission. It's crazy." Ever since then, I've been obsessed. We're gonna save this. And we're gonna go save as, increment it, hit save as. Alright. Now we need to EX Z 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, and that'll get that little lip. Now we can start to really get this thing put together. Alright, we need to get rid of some geometry here. You know how you do that? Easy. You get your 4 verts in position. Look, I call this belling. This is what we got, right? We're just dragging these all down. Irritating as hell. I know. So here's how you get rid of it. You take these two, you make them fall back, and then you close it. Now, when we extrude down, it's just these 4, and those 2 have been looped back onto each other, onto themselves. So what we've caused here is this and this, but that's really not so bad. Now that comes down to edge flow, where we can select an edge, do Control E and choose rotate edge counterclockwise or rotate edge clockwise. And what that does is messes up our mesh in this area, but that's because here we go, let's try it again. Alright, it's tearing the mesh basically in this area, but you rotate the edges, you can control where these loops actually go. Like you see how they're going directly up. Now that we've changed the geometry here, we've actually looped them back onto themselves, and that's how the secret, once you begin to master that, of making effective models that are both low poly, look good, deform nicely, and render fast. And that's like the goal behind topology. And that's why you gotta read that 12-page form about poles and loops. Just type that into Google. See all sorts of shit about it. Alright, now continuing on. Alright, middle mouse button nose. Put those here. Alright, time to build some verts. So we choose these 2. You've been replaced. Pew, pew, pew. Bam. Simplified. And now we got less geometry going down. I hopefully y'all learned something there. Like, I wish someone would have showed me that a long time ago about, I mean, I never thought of it that way until someone started talking about it. No, I'm just dragging these down still. Alright. And see, we could go over this with a lattice and make all sorts of modifications. So let's just finish modeling it so we can do something cool like texture it. And I'm just adding a loop in here just to straighten it up. Let's see, we want to extrude down SY0, flatten it off. We are completing this model. Alright. And we're getting a little hasty with it, I see, but alright, and now we have a closed up, complete handle, but that handle definitely looks thicker. So we're going to Z, B, box select, B, unselect some of these, O, S, let's look at what we got here. We got a very nice gun that will be seen for flash, but looks pretty good. So let's go and see what we're missing. We want to put some grooves up these cuts in here. Those look kind of cool, you know. Alt H, select this. Now the way we can do this the easiest is probably 7 top view, A, B, and we'll select all of those right there. Alright, and we'll do P. Well, we'll first do Shift D, P, selection. Don't want to be making big ass changes to the model. Alright, let me save this.